In this video, I will count down the top 5 most intimidating extreme demons in Geometry Dash. This will be based on the gameplay, the decoration, the music, and just the general effect of the level. Please note that for the purpose of this video, the word intimidating has nothing to do with the difficulty of the level. When I say intimidating, I mean that the level gives off an intimidating atmosphere. The word intimidating means having a frightening or threatening effect. So the levels in this list will be intense, violent, maybe even scary in a way. Also, I noticed a large percentage of my viewers are not actually subscribed. If you do enjoy the video, consider subscribing. It does help out the channel a lot and it motivates me to make more content. Now without further ado, let's jump right into the number 5 spot. I actually had a lot of trouble picking the number 5 spot, but I eventually decided that Titan Complex has to be on this list. I'm gonna be real honest, it's really mostly because of the song. It's really intense and it's dark and it gives this level an epic and intense feel. Just have a listen to this song. Let's also talk about the gameplay. I mean, the gameplay is pretty straightforward gameplay most of the time. It's simple but really hard, straight to the point. Take a look at the drop. We have this simple wave gameplay, but it fits absolutely perfect with the song. The bold and large movements in all the game modes just screams confidence, and when there's confidence, it can give off some intimidation. It gives me the feeling that this level is not one to be messed with. Now we can talk about the decoration, and the decoration can be described, pretty much in the same way as the gameplay. It's simple, bold, and confident. All these things combined with the fact that this is such a long level gives Titan Complex the number 5 spot. Now I do confess that this level probably could have been in the honorable mentions of my top 10 most unique extreme demons video, but for now let's move on to the number 4 spot. After much careful consideration, the number 4 spot is chosen. It goes to an old level, but it was a brutally hard level for its time, and I actually thought it was much higher on the demon list than a 108. But Sakupn Hell has no doubt to be on this list for its incredible intensity and unforgiving wave sections. Let's talk about the music. This song is used so much in memes and just in videos in general. And you look past the memes, like before all the Kinos memes and just the general overuse of the song is extremely dark and intense, and it really does set the tone for the whole level. I mean, take a listen. A couple of years back when I first found this level, I wasn't, too into the game. It was one of the first extreme demons I saw. I mean, I just thought it was insane. It just looked so crazy. And let's talk about the gameplay. It may not be the hardest gameplay nowadays, it's 108 on the list, but for its time, it was incredibly unforgiving. 55 seconds, and that's all it was. It was just 55 seconds of level. But those wave sections are extremely hard, and that's what made it an extreme demon. The wave sections are so hard even for today's standards, and I think that adds another layer of intimidation. The decoration is nothing too special. I mean, it's just your standard hell demon. But, the really only notable part of the decoration is the very beginning and the first wave, because, they're more dark and red, and the rest is just kind of orange and yellow. But yeah, when it comes to intimidation, Sakupn Hell has stood the test of time, and that gives it the number 4 spot on this list. Now, let's move on to the number 3 spot. And now we move into our top 3. I talked about this next level in our last top 10 because of its intimidating nature, and the number 3 spot has to go to Tapwreck. Everything about this level contributes to it being on this list, but you know, mostly the song, as with most levels on this list. This is one of my favorite songs in an Extreme Demon because it takes this darkness and intense feel to a whole new level, all while having, you know, this super cool beat. I mean, just listen to the build up and drop, it's so intense. You take one of the most intimidating sounding songs, and the gameplay and the decoration, it fits it perfectly in this level. The brutally tight slow wave sections and the flashing lights goes perfectly with the dark and violent music. You just gotta love how well this level executes all these things to produce one of the most intimidating extreme demons in the game. You know, I don't have too much to say about this level because I feel it's pretty self-explanatory, but keep in mind it does this intimidating atmosphere all while only having rainbow colors. Most of the levels on this list will be like red and black, but you know, how does it do this with rainbow colors? And that's something that's pretty impressive to me. It's not the most intimidating extreme demon. You know, we still got 2 more spots on this list, and I think I can convince you that these next 2 extreme demons are even more intimidating. Our second place spot goes to an extreme demon that does a different take on the Hell theme. While, you know, most Hell extreme demons are ominous and dark and, you know, they're supposed to be kind of spooky, this one has a more violent feel. If you haven't guessed it, Crimson Planet takes the second place spot for its violent feel, intense song, and brutal gameplay. I mean, this level doesn't mess around, it gets straight to the point. The song has a nice build-up, but you know, this is not a long build-up, you don't get long. And the level cuts the crap and gets straight to it. When the drop hits, we have one of the most brutal wave sections in all of the game, in any extreme demon. The gameplay is so intense the whole time, and the song, being an absolute banger, gives Crimson Planet this intimidating atmosphere. And the visuals also help. You know, at first glance it may look like your average Hell level decoration, but you soon notice there are many flashes, like these white flashes in the level, and it really drives home this intimidation factor. For example, take a look at this part. You know, the white flashes fit perfectly with the song. It's very powerful, and Crimson Planet, you know, it allows no break either. There's no easy parts in the level, there's no break points. The whole level is just a solid wall of brutal gameplay you have to get through, and this also contributes to its intimidation. It's kind of like Sakupn Hell, but you know, harder. All of this together creates one of the most intimidating challenges in the entire game. Now, before we move on to the most intimidating extreme demon in Geometry Dash, let's take a moment to take a look at our honorable mentions. And now, it's time for the most intimidating extreme demon in all of Geometry Dash. This level absolutely nails all the criteria and things I've mentioned in the video. The song, the gameplay, and my gosh, it has some of my favorite decoration in any extreme demon in the game. The number one spot has to go to Annihilation Nation. I mean, this level is just ridiculous. The amount of detail and decoration, this creates the best theme and atmosphere for an intimidating level. I mean, just listen to this song. My gosh, it's so dark and intense, it's almost frightening. I love it. Check out this ship part. You know, it's a really short part of the level, but let's just appreciate what this part freaking looks like. The windows in the background even have this lightning effect that adds to the whole feel of this part. And just the sheer, oh my gosh, and just the sheer amount of movement in these gears and just everything in this level. It truly makes you feel like you're in this massive factory with these massive machines that could kill you in an instant. I mean, if this isn't intimidating, I don't know what is. I mean, it's all orange because of all the fire everywhere. Also, check out this build-up just before the drop. You know, it's really subtle, but it's so intimidating because, like, I don't even know how to describe what's going on here. It gives you this feeling of like, oh crap, things are about to get real, you know, or this feeling of danger and excitement. And usually drops and levels, you know, they have the faster gameplay, right? But you know, Annihilation Nation doesn't do that. It does the opposite. You know, at the drop, the level slows things down, and this wave section drags on for so long, and I love it because it's like, you know, the level is wanting you to suffer, and there's just so much to get through. And I mean, look at the detail in the ship afterwards too. The fire coming out of these, you know, little holes even syncs with the song. And those are just a few things that I mentioned, but the theme and the atmosphere this level gives off, to me, makes this the most intimidating extreme demon in all of Geometry Dash. Thanks for watching till the end of this video. Did you have a different opinion? Respectfully, tell me in the comments below, and also tell me if you like this sort of video. If you like my videos, you know, remember to turn on notifications, and you know when my content comes out. That really helps out my channel a lot. Also, if you have suggestions for future videos, feel free to tell me in the comments below. And if that's all, I'll see you guys in the next video.